After cries for help were heard in the distance, red flags were raised. Chances of survival were slim since they were so far from civilization and without access to food or water. A simple phone call began an epic life-saving mission. Sadly, one woman's life came to a tragic end, but her memory would continue on in the lives that were left behind. While in the outskirts of LA, the desperate sounds of high-pitched whimpers drew the attention of one passerby. There was no mistaking them for a puppy's cry for help, so he followed the sound. In between a rail yard and a highway, the cries could be heard coming from far below the ground. The stranger decided to speak with locals, and he quickly found out that a feral dog had been on the loose for years, after rescue teams had no luck catching it. Apparently, the dog had given birth to a litter of puppies, but she hadn't been seen for a few days. Without immediate food and water, and protection from other animals, their future looked grim. Not knowing whether or not the mother would return, the stranger reached out to Hope for Paws, an animal rescue team, to bring their attention to the emergency situation the puppies were in. Unfortunately, at the time of the call, no one was able to answer, since they were attending the funeral of one of their own. Lisa, one of the rescuers, who had spent endless hours and resources saving puppies and giving them a good future, had passed away. Most would consider the task a lost cause, but Lisa took it on as her life's work. Even though they were mourning, the clock was ticking, so the organization jumped to action without even having to think twice. There was no question in their mind that Lisa would have absolutely wanted those puppies saved no matter what they were doing. They immediately jumped into their cars and headed over to the location of the puppies. Not knowing exactly where the puppies were, or how many there were, the team prepared themselves for what turned out to be their most dangerous mission ever. When they arrived, they spotted some puppies at the entrance of the caves. Having never seen humans before, they were obviously terrified, but the team came prepared with food. One of them ventured close enough for Lisa Arturo to pick it up. Lisa pet the puppy to show the rest of its siblings that there was no reason for them to be scared, until something unthinkable happened. One of the puppies let out a scream which made the litter run back into the caves. Thankfully for the team, their leader, Eldad, had a backup plan. He decided to dig out the entrance so he could crawl into the caves to search. Unfortunately, this wasn't only dangerous for Eldad, but the puppies, as well. The tunnels were extremely cramped, so Eldad's only exit was to be pulled out. Eldad was able to fish a few out by using a pole with a rope catch. At this point, the other puppies were so scared that they ran right out of the reach of the rescue team. A miracle would need to happen to save the pups now. The puppies were now located 18 feet underground. With no options left, they began to dig their way to them. 2 more puppies were rescued, which brought the total to 8 pups. Eldad made one last dive. Doing so, he found the last puppy, who was shivering in silence. They made a lot of progress, but their mission still wasn't over. Once they arrived at the organization, the puppies had baths, ate, and their medical needs were tended to. Now that they were safe, the once scared puppies were jumping all over. Since they were so young, they were introduced to a surrogate mother, named Olive. Until they were old enough to be adopted, Olive would care for and feed the puppies. In memory of Lisa M. Ash, each puppy was named using a letter of her name: Luke, Isaac, Sarah, Abraham, Mary, Angel, Solomon, Heaven, and Ezekiel. The rescuers were full of pride with knowing that no matter where Lisa was, she was smiling down on them and the pups. Exactly like she would have wanted, Lisa would now live on through the puppies. Instead of being homeless and hungry, the puppies were given a new chance at life. Thanks to Hope for Paws, they are now able to have happy, healthy futures. Now, the puppies are on the lookout for loving homes where they can grow up to reach their full potential. Puppies who were once filthy and underweight are now ready to take on the whole world. Since there was so many puppies in the litter, Hope Hope for Paws had to request assistance from 2 different foster homes in order to find homes for all of the puppies, the dog rescuers and the Lovejoy Foundation Incorporated. Thanks to Eldad's videos of his extreme animal rescues,